company is a great way to improve yourself while also improving the world. Derek Sivers, page 2, Anything You Want. Hey guys, welcome back to Why Should I Read That? I'm John. Today we're talking about the book Anything You Want, 40 Lessons for a New Kind of Entrepreneur by Derek Sivers. Derek Sivers founded the company CD Baby, where he was selling CDs on his own website for his own band when friends of his asked if they would sell their CDs, his musician friends, to sell their CDs on his website. Over the next 10 years, that company grew to 85 employees, and he sold it in 2008 for $22 million, which he donated entirely to charity. Sivers condensed the 10 years of business wisdom that he learned functioning in an online environment into about an hour's worth of reading. And he distills them into 40 different lessons. Now, we're not going to talk about all of those today, but you heard one of them in the intro. Making a company is a great way to improve the world while also improving yourself. So, Sivers has several other ones. I want to point them out and share a quick story with you about why I am a true fan of Derek Sivers. First of all, and we'll get right into the story here, Sivers says in the book that you need to be hyper-focused on being helpful and useful within the world. He says many people have a grand vision for their companies or for their lives, but if you're 100% focused on being helpful, even when you're only 1% to your goal, you will be useful. Here's a great example. So I heard Derek Sivers for the first time on the Tim Ferriss podcast, I believe, and he talked about his time that he had lived in Singapore. Now, I happened to be planning a trip to Singapore with my brother at this point, and I reached out to Derek by Twitter to say, hey, I'm headed to Singapore, do you have any tips? He immediately sent me back, within the next several days, I guess, he sent me back a message saying, hey, email me. I emailed him, and he sent me 8 tips about Singapore to help us live like locals while we were there. It took our trip to a whole nother level, and I can't thank Derek Sivers enough for being helpful, even while I'm sure he was busy doing so many other things, but he took the time to write a random email to some person who he'd never met. That's being useful. That converted me into a true fan of Derek Sivers, and I guarantee you I will be reading any other books that he puts out. So he also points out on this same note that it's the little things in your business that will thrill people. I'm not going to read the entire email, but you need to go check it out. I'll link it down below. The email that he wrote to his fan base in CD Baby, and it took his business to the next level just by writing a single thank you email. Another one, he talks about being a true business owner, and this is uniquely available to people of the internet age. He says in order to be a true business owner, you need to have a business that you could leave for a year and it would be doing better when you came back than when you had left. That's system thinking, and that's something that's uniquely available to people within the internet age. Before industrial age, agrarian age, you had to have tons and tons of resources. Now you can systematize through the internet. Finally, guys, on page 83, right near the end of the book, I know, short book, Derek says, whatever goal you choose, there will always be lots of people telling you that you're wrong. And I take this to mean, go ahead, be 100% within your niche. Exclude the people that you aren't there to serve. He says earlier in the book, too, that if you proudly exclude the 99%, the 1% that you're truly meant to serve and be useful to, will notice and will be attracted to you because of that. So whatever it happens to be for you, I encourage you to go ahead, define your success, whether it's glorifying your God, whether it's building a successful business, being a part of a great family, being a great friend, whatever it happens to be, go out, define that, and be useful within your niche. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully this video brought you value. I encourage you to have a perspective that because of the opportunities that we have today, you can have anything that you want. And it takes a process of work and being useful within the world to go out and get it. Like the page on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. I'll see you next week for another video.